Now, why did this card get an 8? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hayes Justin, and today we're just going to be going over this PSA Galarian Moltres. I went ahead and bought this card not too long ago, finally got in, and I just want to go ahead and look into it and see why it got a PSA 8 rather than a 10. Outside, it looks fantastic, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of issues once we add our little magnifying glass and actually start looking into the card, right? So, quick little recap about the card. So yeah, this Galarian Moltres by Shinji Kanda is from V-Star Universe. Now, in a raw, the card in Japanese goes around $5. If you get it in a PSA 10, you're looking like around 40. When we're talking about the population, there's around 3,350 cards. Now, majority of them are going to be PSA 10s, right? So, I'm sorry, I hate when I fucking say right all the time. Like, it's just a pet peeve of mine. Anyways, there's around 3,350 cards, majority of them being a PSA 10. Now, for the population breakdown, there's around 2,804 copies in a 10. There's around 450-ish copies on a 9. And there's around 31 copies in an 8. So what you see here, we got one of those 30 copies, making it pretty rare. You know, my cheap ass goes for PSA 8s so we can break them down. But hey, if there's only like 30 cards out there, I consider that a W. Don't know why, I just consider it a W. So I'm okay with that. Now, honestly, out of the Galarian birds, this card is probably the most it's in between this one and the Galarian Articuno. The promo one, they're fantastic. But now that I finally got this one with me and I actually get to see it, I like it even more. So we're going to go ahead and look into the card and see why this card got a 10. I'm going to add my little magnifying glass into my camera, my phone, and then we'll see what's going on. All right, so give me a second. Yep. Boom. And we're good to go. So looking at the card looks fantastic. The first thing I always like to do, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that the edges or the centering on this card is going to be okay, just because I don't have a real measuring tool to look at the centering within the slab. But looking into this card, I always like to start with the edges, and you can already kind of see there's a little bump on top. So we got like a little damage on the corner. Now, it looks like, it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like we got some edge wear on the top of the card. So whoever had this card, wherever this card was coming from, it took some beating on top. So that probably didn't help. You see the little white right there in that corner? More damage, so that's going against it. Now, it's looking at the side, the bottom right. Scratched it. I think that's a scratch right there. It might be the slab. No, that's the car. You see how it reflects through the border? So now we got some surface damage on the border. That's a shame. So I wonder if people saw that and they're like, you know what? It's Japanese, so it's going to get a 10. Regardless, I mean, I got the card for $15. And to me, that's a hell of a deal, because doing a national dex of slabs, full art slabs, is going to get pricey. We got a black dot right there on the border, and it looks like we still got more surface damage. So I don't think they were bullshitting about getting a PSA 8 on this card, which is a dang shame. It is a beautiful looking card. Ooh, we got another surface scratch right there on the edge. So the corner doesn't look horrible, but we got more edge wear, more edge wear, more edge wear. You know, at first, whenever I bought this card, I'm like, I'm going to get it. I don't think PSA knows what the fuck they're talking about. So I'm going to get it, resend it somewhere else, and get it graded. Nah, I can see this as being an 8 or worse. But like the bottom is pretty beat up also. Not the worst damage I've seen, but significant. Bottom left corner looks decent. Shinji Kanda. Always want to make sure that I'm pronouncing their names right. But guess what? I can't. Not with these freaking braces. But overall, I think that's going to be on the slab itself. Yeah, that's on the slab because it's not really shining bright whenever we move it. And we can see a little bit more of the hollow kind of coming through to the border. So seeing from the border of the card, we can see there's some significant damage, surface scratches, and damage on the edge. Now, if we're looking at the card itself, overall, I'm not seeing any print lines, which is good because on cards like these, not entirely sure if that's going to be the slab or the card. But on light colored cards, a big issue that we'll see is going to be print lines. More in the English than the Japanese, but it still happens in the Japanese. Maybe there too. Swipes. That might be the card. So honestly, kind of looking into it, maybe I would say PSA is being a little bit generous with an 8. I mean, there's significant damage all over the card. That's a damn shame. Honestly, that's a damn shame. It's such a beautiful card. Like, there's no denying that. But, kind of breaks my heart. So, this is a PSA 8. Is it warranted? I'll probably say yes. Now, do I regret spending $15 plus shipping and handling with other cards for this one? Nah. I mean, you guys collect whatever the fuck you guys want to collect, right? But I want to make sure that whenever I'm buying cards, I want to be able to see them against the wall. I mean, against my slab wall that I'm building. So honestly, I think this is still like a fantastic addition for the Galarian Moltres. For $15, considering that you're paying like around $15, the cheapest, to $20 to submit one card. So $20 for the submission high, right? Plus the $5 of the raw card. You're looking at a $25 card at bare minimum. And you're getting it for $15. You know, it's not a bad deal. So we'll see what my son ends up doing with this card, whether if he trades it, sells it, or upgrades it and replaces it. But overall, honestly, pretty happy with this card. I can't complain. But yeah, this is what we're going to be doing every once in a while. I want to say every single Wednesday, we're going to be reviewing one of these PSA slabs and seeing if their grading is accurate or not, whether they're being subjective or they're just trying to, whatever they're doing. Because sometimes I feel like maybe PSA employees have their own cards, they grade them, and they're selling them for cheap prices, but it doesn't matter how much they're selling them for. Like, they're gonna make some money because they're not paying for the submission, they're just selling them for themselves. But that's just my conspiracy theory. Outside from that, you know, hopefully you guys made it this far, and if you didn't, you guys are dicks. But if you did, hey, thank you, I really appreciate it. Please just like the comment. You don't even have to subscribe. If you do, that's fantastic. But I really do hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and until next time, take it easy. Laters.